Well, straight into it. No foreplay.
What was that? Was that it?
Oh my God.
Hey, what's going on here? I wasn't expecting
Don't
that.
say fuck or bugger, you fucking bugger.
Oh, see, right, you know what you're doing, and you know why you've done that, and do you know what I mean? Like, don't swear. The rule of YouTube is don't swear in the first minute in it, and you've just said 7 fucking swear words in the first fucking 10 seconds, so this is fucking ruined.
Ethan's got no fucking job.
Poor old it's actually producer Ben today, making his debut, so, you know, good luck.
Well, there'll be a pub quiz question.
Yeah.
Somebody who only did the one.
Yeah. Have I seen you since America? I've seen you. Have we done any videos together? Because unless we do videos, it don't count.
Did we do a brew last week? Well, you was away, weren't you?
I was away, mate. Yeah.
What
was I doing last week? Why was I off? Mate, I can't remember.
Who cares?
Who cares? Yeah, I wasn't here. It was on me last week.
Did we have Joe? Was it just Joe?
Was it just you and Joe? I'm not happy about that. Just you and Joe, no.
Comments, was it just me and Joe?
Right, yeah, fill us in. Who was on the brew last week?
And where was Jay?
And if anyone knows where I was last Friday, because I don't miss the brew lightly, I must have been doing something. I just can't remember what it was.
Thoughts on Friday night matches?
Yeah, do you know what? Let's have a bit of that. Because it's weird, isn't it? Because it's weird for 2 reasons, right? 1, it's a Friday night match, and 2, it's the opening match of the season. So it's like the double whammy, innit?
Do we have this against Southampton? What, 20?
God, here we go.
18?
Did we?
No, 16. Pogba's debut.
That weren't a Friday.
1,000,000% was a Friday.
Right.
Google it.
Do you know why am I questioning you when you stalked Paul Pogba from like the moment he arrived in Manchester until the moment he made his debut? You're going to be right here, aren't you? And I'm going to be wrong. And I think you are right. Man United 2, Southampton 0.
Don't know what score it was. Slept since then.
Well, for fuck's sake, I'm just making an absolute...
There's no Y in Southampton.
Right. Right, let's have a look here. I mean, I've just done this the most long-winded way I could have possibly done it. I'm going to find it.
Friday 19th of August.
Friday night, yeah. So we were both right in our own way. I got the score right. It was 2-0. I didn't realise it was a Friday.
2 Zlatan goals.
Do you know what I realised with that? There was that game, and do you remember the Alexander Butner game as well, where you realise how crazy Twitter is? Because you watched that game, and I thought Paul Pogba played well in that game, and then I got home and Twitter was like, it was either he was the worst player you've ever seen in your life, or was the greatest player you've ever seen. It was like there was somewhere in between.
First day on the internet, was it, Jay?
Yeah, it was okay. Yeah, that's true. And then I remember the Alexander Butner one where we beat Wigan 5-0 and Butner played. I got home and everyone was like, "Drop Evra." I was like, are you insane? Because he's done all right against Wigan. Let's drop one of the best left backs the club has ever had. Thankfully, Sir Alex Ferguson didn't listen to that. Get involved in the chat in the comments. Manchester Theatres, welcome to the Academy. You'll go to Old Trafford in a bit, aren't you?
Yeah. What time are you leaving?
I don't know. I might go meet my mates in town. So I don't know what the plan is. What are you doing?
I actually haven't decided. I've still got a bit of work to do. And then...
There's no need for that. Friday afternoon.
I know.
What's up with that?
It's a fucking long
The reason we do this show, right, on a Friday is it's winding down time.
It's not winding down time, is it, though? Because I'm not going to finish till like 1 a.m.
That's true. They've ruined it with this Friday night kick-off malarkey. Do you know what I mean? Because we can't exactly wind down when,
Friday night should be a rugby league night, though.
See, that's more you.
6:30, Sky Sports, Champagne Rugby League football. Hey. You know what I mean?
I remember they had the Friday night game at the AJ Bell when it was snowing. And all the ground was frozen. And all
it's just what you want to play rugby on now.
Yeah, and I remember speaking to the press officer there, because loads of players were cutting themselves. And he said they wouldn't move it, and we needed the money. It's bad, that, isn't it?
Hey, rugby league, this, to give you an idea, like, genuinely, do you know, people go, I could do a better job of that. I could sell rugby league better than rugby league sells itself. Because you know they got a sponsorship with Papa John's. You know what that was worth? Nothing.
Well, that doesn't sound like...
Papa John's would give
I'm not the most astute businessman.
Yeah, but free sponsorship for what is probably like the second or third biggest league in the country.
What are they getting out of
the country?
Not Papa John's, obviously they're getting free advertising. What is the rugby league people getting
They
out
were
of it?
going to give pizzas to people for post-match meals.
Pizzas? Right, listen.
It's what Papa John's does, to be fair.
I know, but giving pizzas to people instead of payment, like, look, we're always open sponsorship. Or even I don't think we'd even just do one free pizza. Do you know what I mean?
If Papa John's was like, we give you a free pizza for the watch along, we'd be like, go fuck yourself.
We'd have none
Prime time Sky, the Papa John's Super League. How much are we signing that for? Oh, fuck all.
Who brokered that deal? And who went to the boss? And whose boss went, yeah, sounds like a good one. It was like, imagine someone comes to you, go, I've got your deal with Papa John's. You go, oh, Papa John's, all right, nice one. Yeah, all right, okay. You go, yeah. You get free pizza.
Okay, and?
Well,
and a dip.
And a dip, yeah. You know what I mean? A dip of your choice.
Garlic bread!
What?
Fucking stop it.
Mate, how's that a thing? And like, rugby league is not that unpopular. Like, I'm not a rugby league fan, but I can see that there's quite a lot of people that go to the AJ Bell. There's quite a lot of people. When I used to cover it in like for Key 103, like the grand final and all that.
It isn't growing though. It's declining, if anything. And I think it's declining because it's run by, with all due respect, utter complete fuckwits.
Wow,
that signed deal's worth no pounds.
Yeah. It's, you know, that it's the whole thing. I'm sorry to go on about it. It's the whole thing that people approve that as well. Like, anyone can come up with that idea and go, I've got you a deal. And you go, no, that's shit. You're sacked. You don't work here anymore. Get your stuff and leave.
Was there not anyone who offered £15?
Yeah. Like, someone comes in with a tenner, they've beaten that offer. Like, that's insane. Oh, Cuban Samuel says rugby union is the best. Don't say that on it. Listen, I haven't got.
It's factually incorrect, isn't it? Let's be honest.
I've never had much of a dog in the fight, but I do feel like, because when I worked, I remember covering Warrington when they won. Was it the Challenge Cup final? The parade there, the grand final. I covered that a few times. What I loved about that was at Old Trafford, right? And the access you'd get. You'd be in the changing room with the players after they'd won.
we got it with full-time Devils when we was full-time Devils. There was like, here's VIP access, and do you want any players to come and hang out with you during a match? We're like, what? Can you imagine that, the FA Cup final? Here you go. What's this? It's a football channel. Right. It's at Old Trafford, though, so it kind of makes sense. Right.
That's crazy. Like, I did like that. And I liked the fact that you'd interview players as well, and they'd tell you whatever was on their mind.
Yeah, because they're not used to, like, they're not in the guarded media-trained football thing. Rugby league players go, yeah, we were shit today.
Yeah, like, I can't believe we won that game. We were shy. And you'd be like, right, you're saying that after you've just won a final. But like, they were proper that way, proper sound. So it's a shame because
the problem
there's lots to like about rugby
M62
league,
and a bit of like Eastern Wales, Eastern Australia.
Why is it that? Why is it so almost geographically niche?
So there was rugby league and there was rugby union. They became rugby league and rugby union because, and essentially it should be called M62 ball if anything, because it's literally Hull. And Hull's one of the only towns or cities in the UK that's got more professional rugby league teams than it has football teams.
Great knowledge there, you see. Don't get that on any other channel.
So Hull, there's no H in Hull, right? Hull to like Liverpool, and then it's like obviously like Warrington, Widnes, Wigan, St Helens, Salford, Bradford, Halifax. It's literally just the M62 corridor.
That's so insane, that, innit?
And obviously there are others. There's always been something going on with like a London club of some description. There's been like attempts to make a club in Wales. Obviously got a Catalan team at the minute, which did play at Barcelona at the new camp at one point, which was cool.
Can I just interrupt you?
About 48 people in the mix there.
Tell him something for me.
All right, John, shut the fuck up.
Thank you. Carry on.
So you've got a very, very niche thing. It's a very northern thing as well.
Yeah.
So it never gets the respect it deserves from TV. And if you notice as well, rugby union's always above it in any sort of listing. Now, alphabetically, it should be below it, but it's not. And I think that's an attitude thing. All of the TV companies, all the execs, all of the things, all apart from now, obviously, with Media City being based in the north, but there's still this attitude that and it doesn't help itself either by how it fucking sells itself. It's just that this southern kind of like. All the universities play rugby union. All of those old schoolboy networks play rugby union. And I think there exists a sort of snobbery towards rugby league because it's a very southern-based sport.
Do you know what I've always thought, and you can correct me if I'm wrong because you know far more than I do, but I've always thought rugby union maybe gets a little bit more attention from the media as well because the whole...
The Five Nations.
Yeah, and like the national thing like Johnny Wilkinson and all that.
Well, people are contracted to play for England in rugby union, which I think also happens in cricket. Whereas they're like the Guinness Premiership or whatever, no fucker watches that, do they? But they do watch the internationals. And there isn't a strong international scene in rugby league as there is. No. It's basically like fucking Australia, New Zealand and Great Britain. And
it's mad because my first ever paid journalism or media gig was rugby union. Sorry to tell you.
Sale Sharks?
Yeah.
Like, the thing is,
I used to cover them and then they asked me to do some work.
Sale Sharks is a tiny club, but they get all the facilities in Manchester. Do you ever, like, you see a pitch or a track or something somewhere, and you go, what's going on with that? Sale Sharks. I mean, look at the AJ Bell Stadium. Yeah. Basically, give it Sale Sharks.
That's mad, that, isn't it? That is crazy. Someone just said there, I'm going to go through some super chats. Someone said something that's very on brand for the Brew. Kyle Chesters, are there any conspiracy theories you believe?
I mean, it's not really a conspiracy theory if you deeply believe it.
That's the thing, innit? It's like the whole point of a conspiracy theory is
it's got to be a bit wacko.
Is there a wacko one that you're on your own with and you know you're on your own with? And the trouble is with the internet now, all conspiracy theories are kind of mainstream.
Yeah, there's not really any niche ones.
No, if you say
you're like the Anunnaki and the gold and the, like, you're getting a bit crazy with that one, aren't you? Like, I don't necessarily think there's any like that.
Our mate KK does a funny thing on conspiracy theories, like with the internet and that, and like how you've got your mates who think flat earthers and that.
Oh, Jaden's getting into like chemtrails and shit like that. Just tell me to wake up every 5 minutes.
This is what I mean. Like, people like Ronaldo Brown are just becoming the norm now. I don't like that. I don't like the fact that he's.
No, that's supposed to be niche.
Yeah,
and kept niche.
Yeah, and it's not. He's mainstream now. Like, I've heard Ronnie saying things.
COVID didn't help, did it?
No.
People with all the conspiracies around COVID.
No, because like when
there is a new one coming.
Go on.
Is it called Mpox?
Mpox. I don't like that. Mpox. That's a bit. Pox is a bit taken anyway, and it was smallpox, chickenpox, and all that. So you got to think a little bit differently.
Maybe it's the same sort of symptoms or something. I know nothing about it, so
yeah.
I just saw that's a new thing.
I'm disappointed. Me and you.
Are we getting grounded again? That's all I want to know.
Do you remember your mate? Was it who got us all grounded? Alex Bagley, the Housewife's favourite. Do you remember?
Why did he get us grounded?
No, do you not remember?
Oh, he came.
He came in looking like he'd been dug up.
Super spreader.
Right. And I remember saying to him, this is the early days of the channel. We just bought the channel, and I'm not going to lie to you, we could do without having days off. And I went to him, you're ill, you've got COVID. And he went, no, I haven't. And it was like, there's a list of 20 symptoms of COVID.
He had 9 of them.
Yeah. He went, well, I've still got a sense of smell, so I've obviously not got COVID. Anyway, he came in. A day later, we get a text message. I've just done a test. I've got COVID. So we all had to go into lockdown.
Cheers, you prick.
Yeah, my brother did it. He came out of my house. So I've been around my house about 3 times. Came out of my house, put a trampoline up, because I don't do that. And he messaged me the next day, just had a thing. Oh, no, that was on the app. I got a thing on the app. You grounded. Obviously, I deleted the app after that, but I stuck with it.
Do you remember they phone you up and be like, you've been nominated by
like it was a prize.
Fucking Cam Waters.
I'd tell you what, though, you were bad, because you doing all your media stuff with half the BBC. So I had a bloody thing stuck up my nose every 5 minutes in here, because it was like, you couldn't move without doing a COVID test, because it's like someone from the BBC is going to be, you've got to do another COVID test. You're like, oh my God, thanks, Dave. So yeah, I was doing about 30 a day. Did you get it?
What?
COVID?
I don't think I ever. I've never tested positive for it. I think I've had it, but I think I had it while I was doing my 457 March thing.
Yeah.
So it was like after it was cool. Like, I didn't really get it when it was cool.
Yeah, because I think you might. We thought you might have it when we were going to go Dublin, didn't we?
Yeah, Janine's mum doesn't have. She has a very weak immune system, so me and Janine was just fucking deep throating cotton buds like it was going out of fashion. We were basically doing one a day each.
Yeah.
Like I was tested every single day. There was a few times where you got the fucking text, didn't you, or the phone call, which was stopped answering them things.
Yeah, that's on a do not answer number now.
And I'm deleting that fucking app as well. Fuck off.
I've cured myself by deleting the app.
I went to, because the Etihad was the little testing centre, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I must have gone there half a dozen times.
Yeah. Oh, we had one.
And I did the fella doing it up your schnoz. Oh. But yeah, so I never tested positive once for it. But I do think I got it in like 2022 or something like that.
The first time I had it. I was quarantined up in our house, and I was goosed. I couldn't move, and I was knackered. But those test centres were horrible. I remember took me with the kids there, and my eldest would not have a finger up her nose, and we had to pin her down. And she was screaming. Honestly, if anyone had come, I was proud to get it.
What a mad time! And it was 4 years ago. 4 years ago,
mate. And we decided to buy a channel during this time, didn't we? Said that'll be good.
All right,
do you remember when the old bill were at?
Yeah. So you lot don't remember, but we had the CCTV.
Why not? Do you know what I mean?
When we used to shoot against that wall over there, we flipped it round in there, and there used to be a window here, but we used to have one of the CCTVs was here. They're on the other side now, but the CCTV was here, and I don't know, some fuckwit. You can guess amongst yourselves who that might have been.
Have a little game amongst yourselves.
That decided to just be like,
they're breaking COVID rules because we used to have a triangular table, didn't we?
Yeah.
And the thing is, I'm not just saying this because I'll tell you the truth.
Well, we had tape on the floor.
Yeah.
And when the police literally came in and went, oh, that's fine.
I was on a live when they came in once. And I looked up and there's old Bill there, and I'm thinking, you'll know what I'm on about. You always have that split second, don't you? Think, what have I done? If you hang on a minute, I
had that pound of coke.
Yeah, I haven't done it for years or weeks. So I was like, right, hang on a minute. And then he looked and he went, yeah, because we had like sanitizer everywhere, things on the floor. But the way it was with the table, it was
we had the single shot, didn't we?
Yeah.
And from the single shot, it looked like you're this close, but actually you're like 2 meters away.
You weren't, and they came in, and then the council got involved as well, didn't they?
Yeah, we had health and what's it called? Environmental health.
Yeah.
We had. And the environmental health from the council, we were good at this actually because of my mum's job. We actually did have all of the risk assessments and all of that shit in place. And he came around and he went, this is flawless.
Yeah, you wouldn't expect it. He probably looked at us and thought, these idiots who've just got a channel and are making YouTube videos in a basement aren't going to be like abiding by all the rules. And we literally were. Yeah, it was like risk assessment, bits on the floor where you had to sit. We were distancing.
It was like signing in and out. Yeah. Sheet of. There's a hand sanitizer thing just on the wall behind that camera over there, isn't there?
It was. You could see, but even they were like kind of on our side. They were like, look, we're sorry we have to keep coming around because came around a couple of times, didn't they?
Yeah, the old Bill came around a couple of times, like a raid for COVID.
I know, and it was like,
what a mad time.
Really,
what a mad fucking
what a time. But it was. Do you know what? It was weird because was it like broadcast or media could go into work a little bit earlier than everyone else. If you were distancing, you could, because you had to for certain bits of content. So we were like out and about, weren't we, before anyone else was. So it was weird because you're out and not many people are. So you come in.
It was quiet.
Yeah, you're coming in at town, like the heart of town, and there's hardly anyone here. And then you've got the old Bill knocking on, saying, "Are you socially distancing? Because we've had, reports you're not." And you're like, "Well, yeah, we are." And they're like, "Oh, sorry, we'll come back. Well, hopefully we'll have to come back."
Yeah, see in about 4 days. Came around about 5 times.
But they never nicked us because we're law-abiding citizens.
When they came round.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, do you want your grooming routine to be a one-and-done deal? Well, do you?
Go on.
Right, thank you. Well, thankfully, our friends at Manscaped have got you covered with the Beard and Balls bundle, yeah? So you can do your beard and your balls thanks to their Beard and Balls bundle. And you get 20% off and free shipping when you use the code Howson. When you think of your balls or your beard, I want you to think of Stephen Howson. The code is Howson. There's a link in the description. So what you're going to get, I'm going to tell you now. You can get Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra with the two interchangeable skin-safe blades. You get all that? Yeah, absolutely. Lovely. Also, for your beard, you get the titanium coated stainless steel T-blade and 20 length options for your beard trimmer as well. It's got a lovely name. It's not called the beard trimmer, is it? It's called what's it called?
What?
The beard hedger. Thank you.
Oh.
That's what it's called, yeah? The beard trimmer is old school. This is the beard hedger, yeah? So go and check that out because you get that with your titanium blades. You got your 2 interchangeable blades on your Lawnmower 5.0. You've got all that good stuff. You've got 20% off and you've got free shipping. So you can sort your facial hair out. So you can either look like Stephen, yeah, or you can look like me. Either or. They've got 20 lengths, yeah? So you can have whatever you want. And then you get your Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra and you do down there. So you look great down there and you look good up there as well. So no matter what, you're going to be all right, aren't you? You're going to have one very happy customer, yeah, if you do that kind of thing. Anyway, go and check out the link in the description. Use the code Howson, 20% off and free shipping. Your balls and your beard will thank you. And a big thank you to Manscaped for sponsoring this podcast. Have you done anything? Have you read anything? No, you haven't. Why am I asking if you read anything when I'm sat next to you? That's the most stupid question I've ever heard.
Oh, yeah. Garlic Breadman says, do I get a private shave from Jay if I pay full price? Listen, if you can prove that you bought your Manscaped after 4 p.m. today, on what's today's date? 16th of August.
Yeah.
We'll shave you on air.
Yeah, I'll do that. Me and Steel shave your balls on air.
Even your face.
Yeah, either or, both. We'll do it all. Yeah, just send us a screenshot. Joe's Kindle, who's been a member of the Academy. How's he been a member of the Academy 43 months? Have we even had the channel for 43 months?
I love that it's called Joe's Kindle as well, after Joe's famous Kindle, which he won on a game show looking like Lord Farquaad.
I don't like that Joe. That's not the Joe that I love. I don't know if me and that Joe be bezies. Do you know what I mean? That
Joe comes out occasionally, though.
Does it?
Yeah.
What's he like?
Fucking drip.
Is it?
Can you not tell?
I don't know if I've seen that Joe.
Same hairdresser as that fella off Shrek.
No, I'm not into that Joe. I like the Joe that we know. He says, Howson Versus has to take on Guardian Football Weekly. Predicted United 10th and said City outplayed us in the Charity Shield.
10th? Right, well, both of those things are just fucking wrong, aren't they? I know you can have opinions, but fuck me, that is just wrong. United aren't coming 10th, are they? Fucking hell. Right? And City did not outplay United in the Charity Shield. I know he's laughing at that. That's not funny.
Come on. Like, I get it,
I
right?
put Liverpool 8th, but I've got reasons. What's your reason? Is everyone going to die? Because if everyone dies, yeah, we might finish 10th.
Yeah, we're not going to finish 10th, right? We've only ever finished 8th once, and that was last season.
If we finish 7th, has he had a good season then? You're going to have to write that. If you look at our team and go, they're finishing 10th, if he finishes fucking 7th, is he manager of the year?
I hate that. Because you know what it is, right? You can push things slightly to the extreme, where you go, I think United might finish 8th again. Right, which is ridiculous, but okay, we have finished 8th. But then you take it past that to something that's just beyond, like, pushing it. It's just being stupid. Andrew Naker, this is for you, obviously, because it says Steve. Thoughts on the Dreykus versus Adesanya UFC fight?
I'm not up to speed at the moment, so I don't know.
Did you do UFC before you did MUFC? In terms of content, obviously, not supporting. Because you were supporting United since you was a babby.
No, I don't think so.
Because you was early in the UFC game, weren't you?
Well, I fought in 2010.
Mate. Undefeated, by the way.
Yep, one draw.
Hey, undefeated. This is an undefeated UFC table, right? Yeah, don't you worry about that. Listen, I remember watching that. Because bizarrely, me and you'd been mates for a long time, and I didn't know about this. And it was only like about a year ago I saw it. I think Joe Smith put it on upstairs. He went, oh, do you want to watch Steve's fight? I went, Steve's what?
It was...
and it was like, yeah, I was impressed, but...
It had to be a finish, so if it wasn't a finish... Even if you got the shit kicked out of you for 5 minutes, it was going to be a draw, unless there was a finish. So it was a draw, but I also think a draw was fair, because it was a bit I was on top, it was a bit he was on top.
Yeah. Well, fair play to you, man. You're putting your money where your mouth is, getting involved. Would you ever do one of those fights? Like, again, you know, like these YouTube things or whatever, or...
Well, I've been approached several times.
I can imagine. You must be top of a lot of lists. Yeah, you think YouTube fights,
a few times.
Get Howson on it.
But, you know, I'll be real with you. I want a fucking right load of cash to do it.
I think you're not hiding enough in you, son, right? Because if I did a YouTube fight, right, I don't think many people would expect me to win anyway. Like, if I lost it, it'd be like, oh, Jay, you know, he's only Jay and he's not exactly got a reputation being an hard man or whatever, or fighting. You have got a bit of a rep, and you have done fights, and you've been in the army and all that. So I think people would expect you to win. And if you didn't, I think it'd be like...
Well, the other thing is, I would do every steroid I could find.
Yeah.
And I'd be purple stepping into the ring.
Yeah.
And I would win, and I would cheat, and I would do anything I fucking could do to murder whoever it was.
That's my issue with you. I think if this, for whatever reason, it weren't going your way, you'd end up gouging someone's eye out or something.
You ain't cheating, you ain't trying, Jay.
That's the end of that, innit?
And also, I would literally not do a single fucking minute of content for 4 months, and I would live like Rocky in the mountains for it.
You got to go properly on
I would do.
You can't fax that one in.
I would do.
You can't risk that. Imagine you're getting in the ring with some other YouTuber.
To cover up all the fucking expenses and stuff and everything that we've got for that time, I need a fucking serious bit of till. I mean, Danny Simpson's doing one, isn't he? He's on is it on a MisFits one? I think he's doing.
He's on a MisFits. He's what? Sorry.
Danny Aaron's.
Yeah, he's fighting Danny Aaron's. Whoever that is.
Right, who's Danny Aaron's?
A
FIFA YouTuber. Okay.
So yeah, I know. So I mean, and I had
That's the thing. You got to win them fights.
I had this conversation with Danny, and I was like, you have to fucking box him up.
And he's Eccles, man. He's M30. He's got a rep. Can't be getting in the ring with some YouTube and getting battered when you're from the ends. Not a chance, Danny. Come on.
Danny's fit.
Yeah.
And he's also in good shape.
Yeah.
But can he fight? So he's obviously just going to be working technical stuff because he's in good shape. So he's not going to struggle on the fitness side of stuff. But you know, he's got a bit to learn, and I think he's only going to have had about 4 or 5 weeks before the fight.
That's
not a long time.
That's what worries me, because like being fit and healthy and all that is one thing, and being fit is another. But actually being able to fight, because it's such a technical sport, isn't it? But like I take my lad, he's only 9. And even then, you're like, you know, you can see like the level the coach has got with him is like, you have to know what you're doing. Like he instills it in him early. And if you can't just get in a ring, put on a pair of gloves because you're
not going to be getting fucking shut off either in front of like however many thousand people.
That's what I mean, man. It's
especially on the MisFits thing. Can you imagine the memes?
Is the MisFits, for anyone who doesn't know, that's like
that's KSI's thing. He's on the under. I think he's the second biggest fight on the card.
Really? Because I feel sorry for some guys as well. Because all right, you sign up for what you sign up for, and you're getting paid money and all that. But some of them, Like, I've seen a couple of them where they just get in the ring and just get battered, and it's like, you've had all that hype, you've had all that bravado, you've had all that content around it, and now you've got to make content around getting battered. Because that's the other thing they've got to do, innit? They've got to do like a post-match reaction or post-fight reaction and do a video of it, explain how they just got their head kicked in. Like, it's for me, I wouldn't do it, right? Because I always think, like, people might think, oh yeah, you know, you can't have a row or whatever, but there's always that pretense. Do you know what I mean? That you can have a fight. Well, if you get in the ring and get beat up by some FIFA YouTuber, then that's
fucking nightmare.
And I've got to face my kids when I get home, and they probably watch that FIFA YouTuber, and then how are you telling them to go to bed early or whatever when they've got no respect for you because they've just watched some YouTuber twat you?
I'd prefer to do MMA over boxing.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
It's more just me, really.
Yeah, because you've done a bit of MMA anyway, and like.
But yeah, I actually I haven't really done it consistently for a long time, but I do like grappling. And I think on all of these shows, everyone just wants to fucking stand and bang, don't they?
Yeah.
And I just think, no, I'm not going to
No,
do that. I'm just going to fucking...
bit more grappling, that's a bit more
on the
you.
fucking floor and just fucking finish this night's work.
This is the thing, man. Like, as well, if you're going in there and you're like boxing and you throw a few, you punch yourself out quite quickly if you don't know what you're doing.
Grappling, for anyone who's not tried it, grappling will gas you out quicker than anything I've ever done in my life. Like, grappling
You could get your
is
mates
a
to
fucking
train
nightmare.
you.
Well,
Brendan,
immediately, yeah.
You've
Who we're
got
going
like-
to train with? Oh, a couple of world champions and a undefeated fucking 125er in Mokaev.
Yeah.
Yeah, we wouldn't be short. Kane Musa,
It's a double-edged sword, though, isn't it?
there's
Because
a lot of fucking
like-
people around here to train with.
Also, right, you've got all that going for you know, you're from Droylsden. The thing is, you can't lose, though. You can't.
No, you're not. You can't lose.
You can't lose. Brian Casey's been a member.
And yeah, I wouldn't.
No,
it's like, I'm losing.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're getting disqualified.
Yeah, that's it. I'd probably put my
I'm
money on
taking a
that.
fucking eye on with me.
Wait a minute. Didn't say the bell, he took someone's eye. Brian Casey says, as it's the brew, let's keep it off topic and completely random. What's your favourite word? I like moist.
Moist is a good word.
Moist is a good word.
I don't know. I don't really have a favourite word.
Loads of people here are trying to set you up with a fight. Or saying who you could fight. So, right, well, Andrew A, you could not have Stephen Howson versus Michael Nyan in the cage because that's just unfair. Michael Nyan's about 70. Buffy whatever says Steve versus John Terry. I would pay money to see that. Honestly, I would love to see that. Howson versus Gabriel Bonlahor. Who says no? Probably Gabriel Bonlahor.
Yeah, probably Gabriel Bonlahor.
What else have we got? Keep them coming. Well, just people talking about football. Go on.
It's not every week.
Yeah, I'm saying. Do you know what? I'm not saying.
Band's over.
I'm not saying anything. That was an absolute comedy of errors, that wasn't it? Eh? And you even came back early, and you couldn't do what you needed to do. Morton Mellor says, I've always wondered about the steep slope and bricks OT. You know, if it has a history, is it a benefit to us? Injury risk, restricted, wide play.
I believe they built the pitch up because of the drainage issues. So they elevated the pitch so they could put more like hardcore and pipage underneath it, and also the undersoil heating. So it was lower. And then when you must have seen the videos in the 70s where Old Trafford's like not seeing a blade of grass in 7 months and stuff. It's horrendous, that pitch, isn't it?
It's something like the Battle of the Somme or something. It's ridiculous.
And it also, the ground that Old Trafford's not built on isn't quite flat. So at the north side, like the pitch is kind of level, in it, but on the south side there is like a metre.
Do you remember that when you was a kid and it'd be like you couldn't see the ball if you were sat at like?
Well, where I used to be in East End,
the ball would go over that hill.
Yeah,
and you'd be like
Michael Owen's goal. Didn't see the ball.
Yeah,
like I could not see the ball, and I'm on row P, by the way, which is like where the tunnel is.
Right,
that's quite fucking high up the East Lower.
Yeah, I used to be. My eyesight deserted me, but I used to be right next to the tunnel. There's some good pictures of me when Mascherano got sent off, giving him a bit of shit because I'm right near the tunnel. I love that, but I've got a big, massive grin on my face.
So the stairs that come back out.
Right, yeah.
Entrances.
I know what you mean. I had another one there. I can't remember the name of it. James Barry says, he's been a member for 8 months of the Academy. What's Steve's walkout song for a fight? And what does Jay pick?
Columbia Oasis.
Oh, that's a good one.
What a fucking moody start that is.
I know I've nicked it off Snatch, but I like Fucking in the Bushes by Oasis.
It's not a bad one.
We came out to that in Dublin, didn't we, the first time we did a thingy there. Dive Sony says, it's sad to see Mokaev offered to fight for free. It just shows how UFC is a monope Sony.
I think he means Monopoly.
I think he means Monopoly there. I'm not well up on MUFC. I have to adhere to my friend here. He's the one who knows what he's on about. Lachlan Harding says Ibra versus Mings. What would be the best case fight for footballers, do you feel? That's a good one, that Ibra versus Mings, because them two went at it anyway.
Well, Ibra can probably have a tear up as well.
How good was it when Pep met him?
When what?
Pep met him the other week.
I've not seen it.
Oh, Matt, have you not? It is hilarious, right? It is proper you and John Terry. It is like...
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Sorry, I thought that was coming honest. Sorry, Steve. Well, you get the gist there. Someone wasn't very friendly to someone. So Pep goes over doing his old Pep, I'm mates with everyone. And Ibra does... And what I like about this, right, is he does that thing of in between being ignorant and friendly. So you're not being like bore off, but you're not being as reciprocating.
So what's he done?
So Pep's gone over and give him a hug and all that, and Ibra's instant reaction is one of, I can't be asked for you. Like, you know, like his face, you can see like he's still holding on that grudge. He don't like he don't like you since the Barcelona days. Nothing has changed. So he just sort of goes, Pep's going, and he sort of goes, yeah. And then Pep's giving him a hug and he sort of does that whole like. And then, as Pep's talking, he sort of looks away.
A lot more with me and John Terry.
Well, that's a lot more, yeah. That's more warmth. And as he's talking, he would sort of just go... And then Pep stops talking and sort of like tries to make it look like it's his choice to get off. It's beautiful. It's just proper Zlatan. You can see he just doesn't like him. And you know what? That's all right, because I hate the whole everyone has to be mates and get along rubbish. Jed's Dead Baby says, I missed the super chat. Sorry, I will try and find that. We do try our best, you know. So forgive us if we... I can't even see it now, sorry. Away you go. Garlic Breadman says, how many sausage rolls can you stuff into your mouth at a time when we win the league by finishing second? Does City get relegated?
No more than 2, I reckon.
Sausage rolls?
2 Greggs ones. Mini ones, shitloads. Two full Greggs ones. I don't think you're getting a third in.
I don't know, like, one down each cheek.
Nah, you ain't getting one down each cheek. There's some length on them.
I've had worse in my mouth. I think you can... Do you reckon? How big are Greg's sausage rolls? They're about that big, aren't they? Yeah, you might have a point. You get 2 in your mouth, can't you?
You're gonna be making
can you squash them up, though?
Choking noises.
I think you could do it. I think if your life depended on it, if someone like said to you, if you don't get free sausage...
Get a third in.
You get a third in or you're dead. I think you could do it. Someone's asking what happened with Steve and Terry. Nothing to report. Forget I ever said anything.
It was exactly how you'd hope it went.
Yeah. Let me just say I was very, very proud of the man next to me. Very proud. Matt G says, favourite opening day.
And he's since blocked me on Twitter.
I love that. And do you know how much graft I had to put in on Twitter to get him to block me? It took me a week, but I did it. Matt G says, favourite opening day win, Fulham 5-1 in 06-07. Is that the Michael Brown one or is that a different one?
Favourite opening day win. I fucking think of any.
I can't. I can't cope with my memories. Oh, was Leeds not opening day?
What, a couple of years ago?
Yeah.
Was that the fuck off game?
Mate.
Was that game where there was streaming and we battered them? That wasn't opening day, surely.
I think that was the Leeds 5-1 where...
No, we played them in pre-season. We didn't play them straight away, did we?
No, because Raphael Varane got announced.
Oh.
Varane, that's why I love that game. Varane
was Leeds.
Yeah, Varane got announced, right? Was it the opening game?
Oh shit, yeah, 5-1.
Yeah.
2021.
Yeah. Varane got announced before the...
Just signed Ronaldo.
Yeah. Well, no, that was a bit late.
Have we not signed Ronaldo?
No, because Newcastle was the game for Ronaldo.
We've just signed Sancho then, and they announced Varane.
They announced Varane, which was the best announcement ever, because he just came on the pitch. And then what I love about that, right, this is the only game I will ever say I'm glad Leeds scored. Because they scored, they all did that fucking idiotic thing where they take the shoes off and were celebrating, and as they were celebrating, United scored again. As they were celebrating, and it was mint because it proper pissed on their chips, and then we battered them 5-1. That is my favourite opening day because I fucking hate Leeds. Nicholas Gagati says Gattuso versus Keane. Bring that up again, please, those opening day fixtures, so we can rejig our memory, and me and Steve can get into it.
I don't know how many of them I even fucking remember, to be honest with you.
The Swansea 4-1-1, I drank the Kool-Aid and thought David Moyes was going to win the league with us.
Yeah, you and everyone else.
Yep. The Swansea one, the one where we lost. After we've just popped Real Madrid and Barcelona in pre-season and put 7 past LA Galaxy. Good memory, lad.
And then we get fucking turned inside out.
I thought we were going to win the league going into that game.
We did a live podcast last year in London, and I was like, like, fucking hell. And I said, oh, that was under Louis, wasn't it? And then Ashley Williams from the back goes, yes, it was. And I was like, oh, you were playing, weren't you? He was like, yes, I was. Oh, fuck off.
Someone was saying about they should do a Heads Gone Brew collab. Heads Gone, what's the latest one out?
Yeah, TBC.
TBC. Don't worry though. Hey, they've got you covered.
Ronaldo.
Yeah, it's coming back. I love that show. Alex Bailey has been a member of the first team 44. Mum says Steve just wants an excuse of a fight camp to go into Montana mountains to hide. Is that you in your element, eh? Was it?
I need to visit Montana, man, and maybe not come back.
Yeah, sounds the right bit of you, don't it? All them
Maybe a cowboy in
trees
Montana,
and all that.
couldn't I?
It's it's not for me.
Definitely do that.
Amiyar Kakali says, Jay, do you remember the Manchester United meltdown quiz you did on my channel? I do. It was very good. I enjoyed it. I think I got one wrong, which is, quite good considering my memory is terrible. Loads of people saying about score predictions. Everyone thinks we're going to win. Do you remember that one? That's a good one. Oh, no, they're not doing score predictions. I've got it wrong. They're doing opening day games. I'm an idiot. Acorn Electric, 4-0 Chelsea. I remember that.
Was that 2019? It was Ollie.
Yep. And I tell you, scored.
Don't remember it.
Marcus scored. Martial got 2.
Away.
Home. It was the first game of the TRA, that. And Sammy Abrams hit the post.
Yeah, I don't remember this fucking game at all.
Mate. Yep. Because you know what I remember about that game? It was it the first game?
Genuinely, nothing.
Was it the first game of VAR?
Oh.
For United. Because I remember not celebrating one of the goals, not celebrating Marcus's goal, because I thought he was going to get done for VAR for offside, and he wasn't offside at all remotely. And it was
Harry
just
Maguire's debut.
Do you know what? Fair play to him. Those Twitter posts soon took a nosedive, didn't they, from Maguire? It used to be, happy days, and then it was like, this hurts us as well, and we know what it's like to lose, and we go again, and we just want to say thank you to the fans for all their appreciation, and we know.
Fuck that. Right, why are we talking football on this show? What have you been watching on Netflix?
Right, good. I'm glad you asked me, because I've started watching. It's not on Netflix. It's on Paramount Plus. I think you was on the plane when we started watching it. Deadwood.
With Lovejoy.
Yes. You know what, right? You show your age here. Lovejoy. Yeah, not Ian McShane. Lovejoy. Lovejoy's in it. Very good. I've heard good things about it. I've been watching that. And I've also been watching... I've revisited Succession. Don't give me dirty looks. Why give me dirty looks?
I haven't seen it.
Right, well...
I've heard it's good, though.
Succession is mint, and also... so is Deadwood. What have you been watching?
What have I been watching? Not a lot. I haven't watched anything, actually. Did a bit of camping this week.
Go on, what have you been doing? Where have you been?
I did Crowden in High Peak. I took Blake and the dog. The dog's 15 next month, 1st of September.
How long do dogs live for? I don't know what that means.
Not that long, usually.
Really?
Yeah, he's over it. I think 13, 14 is the life expectancy for him. So.
Oh, he's a short dog as well.
He's blind and deaf now. Not blind, but like his eyesight's not what it was, and his hearing is fucking gone. He can't hear fuck all. Or he's just ignorant. It could be either. It definitely could be either.
That's a good point. That no one's ever thought about that. He's just
dog's just not arsed anymore. He's a grumpy old guy, and he's like, "Fuck you, I'm not doing what you tell me."
Listening to this shit. I'll just pretend I'm deaf.
So I want to take him to a beach because I think he'd love it.
Oh mate.
And go camping at a beach with him for just a few days. And he's never stayed overnight in a tent before. So
your dog has never stayed overnight in a tent?
No, because he's a bellend, Jay. Like, I just couldn't imagine that he would ding it. So I thought, let's do somewhere pretty local. And then if it's a nightmare, I'll just drive home. About half an hour from home.
Okay.
It's not either, is it then? So I thought, we'll just do that. I'll take Blake because she loves camping out anyway. And I'll take the dog. And he was all right, actually. He settled pretty quickly. And he wasn't barking at stuff, and I thought, okay, I can take this little fucker. So possibly in the next couple of weeks, or maybe like just as the kids are going back to school, I'm thinking like North Wales if the weather's nice, and just go and do a bit of find a beach.
Yeah, Penmamour is a nice beach, yeah. Abersock's nice there, says producer Ben.
Yeah, or Anglesey or something like that. Just somewhere with a nice little beach that we can get real close to and just fucking be right on the beach. Blake loves the beach. Dog loves the beach.
You don't love the beach? Some lad called Adam McCullough has been dishing out the memberships there. Hey? Name rings a bell. Adam McCullough, thank you, my brother. Hope you're well. Saw him on the overlap.
YouTube over made up.
I know, yeah. Saw him on the overlap channel. Look at me on the overlap chatting to Paul Scholes about Kobe Manu. It was good. That it was good stuff. Go and check that out after this if you've not done already. Right, some good stuff here. Punch Paints as Mayor of Kingstown. I gave up with that. Do you know why?
I gave up with that. I couldn't really get into it. It just wasn't. It's Jeremy Renner, isn't it?
The guy's a fucking disaster as the mayor. Since he's been the mayor of Kingstown.
It is Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, yeah, knowledge. Like, the prison's burned down. There's been about 20 riots. The town's gone to shit.
Yeah, it's not real, right?
No, it gets your hands off me. It is real. And he's shit. He's the worst mayor ever.
Really?
Maybe not.
Boris Johnson.
All right, he's the second worst. But no, we're not going down that route. We'll be here all day. He's a bad mayor, right? His brother was better. It's all gone to shit. I can't be doing with the Mayor Kings. And also, it's rinse and repeat the same episode. It's like, it all kicks off. He goes and beats someone up with his gun. He always beats them up with his gun. Then they all have a riot. Then he goes and visits the guy that lives on the top of the roof. Then they sort everything out and then repeat it again. It's just fuck off. I can't be arsed with it.
That's another Taylor Sheridan thing, isn't it?
He's quality, right? And
his writing's outrageous. Like, Yellowstone's so fucking good. But he's fell out with, like, everyone in the show, basically.
Really?
Yeah, so Rip, who's, like, the main guy in Yellowstone, if you've not realised, it's not Kevin Costner, it is Rip, right? Rip's character is the one.
Oh.
Well, he's made, like, his own coffee. And his coffee font of the lettering is similar to the one that Taylor Sheridan's made, so they fucking sued him. And obviously, he's fell out with Kevin Costner. So Kevin Costner's not in the next part of, like, I think we're on season 5, part 2, something like that. You know, he's had problems getting... I mean, look at the cast that's in, like, 1923 and 1883. Like...
Isn't it mad how telly it is now, like, films? Like, in terms of
Yellowstone
the
and its
money
prequels
and
are outrageously
the
good
cast
telly.
you getting it. Because when I was a kid, right, or, you know, if your career went to shit, was your film star, you went on the telly. You didn't make that move, like, willingly because everything was going really well.
But it is like HBO or big budget. So it's
Netflix,
not casualty, is it?
And Netflix, like, with... you know, with some of these stars or HBO or whatever.
House of Cards was one of the first ones.
I love that. Did you ever watch the English one of
that? No, but that wasn't like 80s or something.
Yeah, I remember I quite liked it. And I watched the first couple of seasons of House of Cards. I quite enjoyed it with Kevin Spacey. Who's obviously, you know, he got sacked, didn't he? He was on your mate's show a few months ago, I think, Piers Morgan, because they brought out that show, didn't they, on Kevin Spacey. I say your mate because you hate him and you got blocked off him about 10 years before I did. And you had to go at me for taking so long, which was a very good point. I only got there recently, and I didn't even mention him, so obviously searched his own name. Anyway, he was on there because did you see that?
I was at him calling. I'll see you next Tuesday.
Yeah, didn't you do it every day for like a year or something?
No, it was about 3 weeks before he blocked me.
All right, it was quite good that though. Yeah. 3 weeks.
Morning, everyone. Have a great day. Apart from Piers Morgan, who's a see you next Tuesday.
Dedication to the cause.
Treason. What he did, genuinely treason, and he's on the list.
Yeah. It's not like he acts like he's Mr. Patriot as well.
25-yard run up with a minimum. A Scully reducer with a 25-yard run up on site.
Yeah, I hate the way everyone is like, he's just done all these shit things and it's like, it's okay, doesn't matter. Anyway, he was on there, Kevin Spacey, because there's a Channel 4 doc about Kevin Spacey. It's people saying that he did horrible things to them. So Kevin Spacey used this as a right reply. And obviously, the short and long of it is, Kevin Spacey got sacked off House of Cards like that, didn't he? When it all popped off. And he wasn't happy about it. He was saying like he feels like they could have stuck with him.
Did you see his like Christmas special that he did? Because he's basically playing
Frank Underwood.
Frank Underwood in his Christmas special, but it's just Kevin Spacey on YouTube. Like, it's... What's going on here?
Yeah.
Someone's mentioned Terminal List. I am actually listening to, right this second, one of the next books in the series of Terminal List, which is so good. So that's Chris Pratt. Terminal List, it's very fucking good. It's very
What's
good.
it called?
The Terminal List.
Terminal List, what's it about? What's the synopsis?
Without being a spoiler alert, is a Navy SEAL gets had over and goes on a bit of a fucking rampage. It's well good. So what are you saying? Am I going full Terminal List as in that's me doing that? Or am I just watching it? What are we saying?
That's a good question. Brian Case says one of the best films to come out in the last few years was Extraction with one of the Hemsworths. I think it was Chris Hemsworth.
Not seen it.
I've not seen that. Taboo with Tom Hardy, someone says. Terminal List is amazing. Second series coming soon, says Martin P.
One of my mates is in Taboo. Big Fijian guy.
Oh, right, yeah, I remember you telling me about him. Ava94 says, fun Jeremy Renner movie tag. It's about a group of friends.
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure it's like Chris Rock and that in there, I think.
Oh, is it? Tag? It's about a group of friends.
Got like a 20-year long game of tag going on.
I thought it was messing about that. That's why I was struggling to read. It's written perfectly, that sentence. I just didn't make any sense to me. But it is a film about them all playing tag for 20 years.
Yeah. Jeremy Renner doesn't get caught or hasn't been caught.
Oh, you don't spoil it. Jack Stevens, I'm not going to watch it. Jack Stevens has gifted 1 Stretford Paddock membership. We appreciate that. What are you up to this weekend? Have you got a game or what with Paddock?
Yeah, we do. So, 3 o'clock tomorrow, which if you're in Manchester watching a game, I don't know you're watching this, I mean, I guess you've got YouTube and that. But if you're in Manchester or the vicinity this weekend and you want to come, 3 o'clock, free entry. I'm hoping to get a few down. We're playing a team called Wigan Toon. We're undefeated at the moment. If we win 2-0 or more tomorrow, we go top of the league, and the intention is to stay there.
I think you'll do it. Tell us a little bit about as well the Civic Commando vid that has been posted.
Oh yeah, so this morning
one of my mates was raving about this earlier.
But it is brutal.
Yeah,
the lads get a bit of a fucking kick in at midnight. So if you go on Stretford Paddock FC and go and check out what we did to the first team, there's been 2 parts of the video where you get to see. I'm in there doing anti-ambush and contact drills, which I enjoyed. I definitely enjoyed it more than the lads enjoyed what they were doing.
But do you know what? Right, me and you were chatting about this earlier, and I think you got to give them credit, man. They get involved. Like, I was impressed because you were describing what they were going to go through to us in the studio. You're going to like, this happens, and then you think it's over, and it's like, no, there's more. And I was like, it sounds difficult to say.
There was a few times where they could have broke, and they didn't. And I think it's been really good for them. I actually think doing something like this, I'd love there to be some sort of a selection to earn the right to come and play for us, rather than just turn up training, get signed on. Yeah. I'd love there to be like a barrier to entry almost. Like, prove you're fucking good enough to come and play for us. And some people might be like, well, that's over the top, you don't fucking need that. No, you don't need that. But you get a togetherness and a brotherhood when you've had to go through something to earn it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, 100%. Mike Fergus, happy birthday to your mum. Hope she has a good one. Also, Shep72, happy birthday to you as well. I think we're going to wrap it up there. Big thank you to Manscaped. Check out the link in the description. Go and check out Steve's channel, Stretford Paddock FC, to watch the Civic Commando vid and all that good stuff as well.
You'll see a bit of a fragging that the lads get.
It's good, man. You know what I mean? Fair play to him. We're going to be back later on. I think Joe Smith's going to be here with Ronaldo Brown for the watch-along. Then we'll get the reaction from him and everyone else as well. You'll probably see a bit of McCall. You'll see everyone. You'll get everyone who you want to see on the channel. Don't worry about that. Big thank you to everyone who got involved in the channel comments. That's me, Stephen Howson. I'm Jay Moyer. This has been The Brew. Thanks for watching.